Hey guys, welcome to Crypto News, your daily source of info. Before we start this video, let me remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Remember to always do your own research before investing in an asset. Now let's begin.
Installing tools. Beginner getting started tutorial. Overview. When developing on ICP, there are two primary tools used: DFX, a CLI tool used to create, deploy, and manage canisters, and a Canister Development Kit, CDK, which provides an environment for writing canister code in different programming languages while supporting ICP features. Currently supported CDKs include Motoko, ICP's native programming language; Rust CDK; Kybra, Python CDK Beta; Aze, TypeScript CDK Beta; Bitfinity EVM for Solidity Beta; C++ CDK; Gitpod and GitHub Codespaces. If you use GitHub Codespaces or Gitpod to deploy your project, installing these dependencies is not necessary. Links to available Codespaces and Gitpod examples can be found in the Hello World example. Installing DFX via DFX VM. DFX is part of the IC SDK. DFX is natively supported on Linux or macOS 12, Monterey or later. There is no native support for DFX on Windows. However, by installing the Windows subsystem for Linux WSL2, you can run DFX on a Windows system as described below. Not all features of DFX may be supported on WSL2. To install the IC SDK, install DFX VM. DFX VM is a command line tool used for installing and switching between different versions of DFX. It enables developers to pivot between different projects that are built with different DFX versions. Read more about DFX VM. You can download and install the latest version of DFX VM by running the command below. Install on Mac, Linux, install on Windows, shci curl fssl internetcomputer.org/install.sh. If you are using a machine running Apple Silicon, you will need to have Rosetta installed. You can install Rosetta by running software update. Install Rosetta in your terminal. Installing a CDK. Motoko. By default, Motoko is installed with DFX. Alternatively, you can build it from source following these instructions. Rust. By default, the Rust CDK is installed with DFX. Alternatively, you can install it yourself by adding the following dependency in your cargo.toml. File, lib. Rate type equal to cdlib dependencies IC CDK equal to 0.12. Only necessary if you want to define candid data type scandid equal to 0.10. Below is a brief example on how to use the Rust CDK, #ICDK, query if and hello greater than string world tool. TypeScript, JavaScript. By default, the TypeScript and JavaScript CDK, known as Azle, is installed with DFX. To install it manually, you can follow these steps. Azle is currently in beta and should be used with caution. Python. The Python CDK, known as Kybra, is installed with DFX. To install it manually, you can follow these steps. Kybra is currently in beta and should be used with caution. Solidity. Solidity's smart contracts can be created using the Bitfinity EVM. To use the Bitfinity EVM, you can make calls to the Bitfinity mainnet or testnet. Learn more about how to use the Bitfinity EVM. Bitfinity EVM is currently in beta and should be used with caution. C++. C++ is supported through the ICP Pro CDK. To install it, follow the instructions here. Next steps.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share for more videos.